Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Wow, so it's been quite a while since I've filmed. I've had so much going on this week, it's no excuse, but I've literally feel like I haven't had a minute to myself. So I wanted to come back with a bang and show you what I've created today. So the look I've created is quite simple, quite glam, very me. I just wanted to do something with some new glitters that I got my hands on. I wanted to do something smoky, something grungy, and this is the final result. So if you guys like what you see and you want to know how to create this look with me, then just keep watching.
Hey everyone, so I'm just starting off with a little bit of Bobbi Brown's face base. I thought I'd include my skincare in this as I have changed it a little bit. So now I'm popping on a little bit of the Makeup Forever One Step, I think it's called One Step Correct or something like that. It's basically the mattifying primer and it's been working amazing wonders on my pores and making them a little bit more smoothed out. I'm now going in with the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade. This is in the shade Dark Brown and I'm just filling in my brows a little bit with a 266 brush from MAC. Again, I thought I'd include a little bit more detail in my videos as I feel like I skipped some of these steps out and I probably shouldn't, but I feel like sometimes they're kind of boring, so I don't really necessarily want to include them, but a lot of you have asked to see these steps, so I thought I'd include it in this one. So I'm just mapping out the shape of my brow and just doing hair-like strokes all the way through them. This is generally how I do my brows. I flip between using the pomade. And a pencil, but at the minute my brows are a little bit more unruly and they've not been done for a while, so I need to use the pomade to give them a little bit more shape. I feel like when I've just had them done, I can just use a pencil and get away with it. Now, I feel like this product is the star of the show at the minute. This is the new P. Louise eye base, and I'm absolutely obsessed with this. So, everybody knows that my eyelids are really dry and textured, and this base is like, I can't even express to you how amazing it is. You need to purchase this ASAP. It makes your blend game insane. It makes your eyelids just so ready for eyeshadow. Like, I've never used anything like it. If you're using stuff like Select Cover Up or anything else, just chuck it away and get this base. It's absolutely insane. I can't even sing its praises enough. It also stops my eyeshadow looking patchy and dry, which is one thing that with having dry and textured eyelids I really struggled with, but I just don't have that problem anymore. And it's kind of just made me realise that I actually am okay at what I do. It's just my texture on my eyelids that's rubbish, and most eyeshadows aren't designed for people that have got that amount of texture. Normally you can't really tell. It's quite strange actually, on camera it doesn't look anywhere near as bad as it is in person, and today my eyes are actually okay. They've been quite dry this week. And I'm now just popping on the first shadow. This is a little bit of Makeup Geek Cosmetics shadow, and this is in the shade Tiki Hut. When this goes on, it looks hideous. It looks like babysit green brown, but it creates this really gorgeous cool tone effect through the eye, and even though it looks weird when it first goes on, I'm absolutely obsessed with these kind of colours. I'm just a little bit more into that cool tone look, still with a slight bit of warmth, but for me, I'm obsessed with these kind of colours. I'm using a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just really buffing that all the way up and out. I almost do like zigzag flicky motions up towards my brow, and then I'm just using a clean brush to go and buff around those edges. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow in the shade Caramel. It's a slightly warmer but also similar tone to the shadow that we just used, but it's there to deepen the crease and basically add a little bit more depth in with this look. And again, I'm just using a clean brush to blend away. I cannot stress enough, as I always say, how important clean brushes are when you want to blend and get a really nice seamless finish. And then I'm going in with another layer of that caramel shade. I wanted to include how many times I do these steps because I feel like everyone thinks I do it really quickly and actually I don't. So I'm just going back in, deepening the crease with the caramel shade. This is a 217 from MAC, so I wanted something that was a little bit fluffier and a bit more dense. And I'm really picking up that shadow like 2 or 3 times. Again, I wanted to include that so that you guys could see how many times I pick up the shadow. I go quite heavy with my shadow because I prefer to blend it out and buff it away rather than try and like build the shadow, if that makes sense. And then that clean brush again. This literally just blurs all of the edges, and I do actually have to thank the P. Louise base for helping it all blend out as well, because these two together is perfect. So I'm now taking a MAC 221 brush and I'm going in with a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour shade. This is in the shade Carob, I think it's called. Carob? I'm not entirely sure. But I'm just going in and I want to really, really deepen the crease. So I'm really, really softly, with the lightest hand, going in and pushing the brush into the crease and then really, really buffing in all the way around. I'm not blending it out yet, I just want to get that shape on. And then I'm taking a clean 221 brush with a little bit of caramel, and I'm really going over those edges incredibly softly. Even though I sped the video up, you can't really see just how softly I'm tickling over the edges of this, but I really want to keep that blend isolated and not too high up, because if you bring a dark colour up too high, that's when everything starts to look very, very dark and very, very heavy. But I want to keep it quite rounded off. Just adding a little bit more caramel, just keep deepening that up. And now I'm just patting on a little bit of the NYX glitter primer with a 217 brush from MAC all over the lid. I use a fluffy brush because I want the glue and glitter primer to be dispersed rather than like isolated in one place. And then I'm just going in with the Helen E Cosmetics glitter in Sticky Toffee on a 217 brush as well. And I'm just patting that on and then dispersing it and diffusing it the further towards the crease that I go. This glitter is absolutely stunning. It's so, so shiny and so reflective, and it's like just calling to me. As soon as I saw it and I bought it, I was like, this glitter is just calling my name. Just cleaning up with a wipe underneath my eyes because that glitter does fall out loads. Just applying my ordinary serum foundation. I think this is in the shade Y 0.23 or something like that. I'm sure 23 is in there. I'm just using a little cheap Amazon brush. I feel like I got these brushes in a set that was like £5 and wanted to see if Amazon brushes did as well as like real expensive brushes, and they do. I wouldn't say they're as durable, but they do definitely still work. I'm just using some Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is in the shade C8, and I'm using my dry beauty blender just to buff that in underneath the eye and get rid of any of the excess that I might have put on. And now I'm just popping a little bit of that caramel shade right underneath the eye. Normally when I go under the eye, I miss out the transition shade and just go straight in with the middle shade that I tend to use. So I'm just popping that on, and this is with a MAC 217, but it's a weird like 217, it's not like a normal one. And then I'm just popping on some of that carob shade with a 221 brush from MAC, just popping that right close to the lash line. And now I'm going in with the NYX Glide on pencil. This is in the shade Jet Black, and I'm running that in the waterline and slightly underneath into my lashes as well, just so when I blend it out it goes all nice and smudgy and smoky, but not too far underneath. And I'm just tightlining as well. And again, going back in with that 221 with no extra carob on it, just literally using what was left over and buffing that right out and keeping it close to the lash line. And now I'm just popping on some EL lashes. These are in the style Olive, and I have worn these a couple of times now and I'm absolutely obsessed. I will be doing a takeover on their Instagram very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm now going in with some dark tan mineralized from MAC, and I'm just popping that all over my face. This is a Morphe 5. I'm not even going to try and guess. I was going to guess what number brush this was, but I'm not even going to try. It's a big flat paddle brush, and I'm just going to buff that all over the skin. I like to tap it on my forehead and then just kind of buff it over. And I'm now going in with the Anastasia and Amrezy highlight. This highlight is absolutely insane. I have put it on with a 217 brush from MAC. It's absolutely beautiful. The colour is absolutely insane, and the shine is next level from this. This is one of my new favourites. I'm obsessed. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching. Let me know if you did and talk to me in the comments. Subscribe and leave a like, and I will see you all in the next tutorial.